have to cast our mind back to our childhood. If you ask why, I guess we're going to be able to find an answer to this question in our childhood. Because I want to start from our native language. How do we learn our native language? Do we learn our native language by reading a ton of books, by cracking tons of materials? No, of course, no one can allege that I learned my native language by reading books. So if that's not the case, so how do we learn? We learned our native language by repeating after our parents, by repeating after people by whom we had been surrounded in our childhood. So immediately we can come to conclusion that if that process worked in the first place, why on earth we do not apply the same process to our current English learning process? In fact, listening, we can say, is the core of every single language. But the thing is that, is this the only thing that we need? Not, of course, because if you pay attention to a child's language learning journey, we can see that for a child to be able to speak in his or her native language, they need at least 2 years or 3 years, and I'm not sure you're going to be patient that enough to wait for 2 years, to wait for 3 years. So we have to hasten the process for our English learners. In order to hasten the process, we are going to be in need of support, a contribution of a teacher. You might say that it sounds promotional. Even if it sounds promotional, it doesn't nullify my point that you're going to be in need of support of a teacher, because teacher is going to put you on track, is going to show you the best direction, is going to increase other sections of English language, and as if all the sections of the language are going to forward hand in hand. Due to this process, you can hasten your learning process. In fact, in personal speaking, we have been teaching English for more than 6 or 7 years, and you can take part in our lessons, and we can guarantee you that within 3 or 4 months, you can easily express your thoughts about different things in the English language. You might say it sounds like a lie, but to see the result, to be sure that we're telling the truth to you, you can join our lessons. You can come first and foremost, pay a visit to our center. You can get yourself acquainted with the methodology that we're using in our lesson. Then you'll see the result. So that is my answer to your question, teacher Sam. That's pretty much like this.
All right, interesting. That is good amount of information that we've received from this teacher now. So if you have any questions that you would like us to include in our podcast and answer those questions, feel free, write in the comments, and we will try to include as many questions as possible. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.